Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you. Well, you folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. We get a peek at the former number 2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
He's going to take off with it. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Trubisky. And he whips that one incomplete there. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down. And the offensive starters for Dallas.
So the big question today is, how will they play in this weather? Because you can recreate moisture, right? You can do wet ball drills, things of that nature. But snow, you cannot create that in practice. You can't prepare for it. You just have to deal with it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this one caught by Beasley. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. They go play action. Trubisky. This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Cowboys and Eagles, of course, such a great rivalry. Last year, the Cowboys got the better of the Eagles both times that they met, with Philly coming off their Super Bowl title. But in weeks 10 and 14, it was Dallas beating Philly by a single possession. On 1st down, Bernard. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
54
Check, 54.
Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Well, look now at our starting defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Now Trubisky. Hard throw, incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So here come the Eagles under 4th-year head coach Doug Peterson. They'll be led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback in his 8th season now in the league, Russell Wilson.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
They're going to get 9 here on 1st down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon. 21 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space because the defense will key on them.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler, 1st-round pick back in 2012. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. From the gun, it's Wilson. He gets it to Brown, complete. Evades the tackler, and now some space. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They go play action with Wilson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Khalil Mack, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Gordon. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Quickly now, a look at the Eagles' offensive starters.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
Now it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. He's at the 30. 10. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good.
Makes the score Cowboys 10.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. We'll look now at the starting 11 on defense for Dallas. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. On 2nd down, Bernard. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
53 to Moss, 53, check 53. And it's 3rd.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And right now, a lot to like on that screen. They've wrapped up the division, now currently sitting in the coveted number 2 spot. Of course, you'd love number 1, but if you can't have one, number 2 is pretty good.
I agree with you totally, and here's the other part, too. The really good teams, the really confident teams, they're not as worried about being number 1. 2 is fine because they feel like they can go on the road and win against number 1 if they absolutely have to. The big thing, though, is clinching one of those early byes and able to sit and get a little rest as the playoffs begin.
Now Wilson. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw on 3rd down, and that will be incomplete as well.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Here's Matt Wild now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
A gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
On the draw, here's Bernard. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
And a Cowboy first down.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Eagles nothing. Mike 54. Let's go. Check 52.
Play action. Now Trubisky looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. On first down, Trubisky going to throw deep for the end zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Bryce Butler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Again on second and 10, it's Trubisky. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now it's Trubisky. A bullet throw, but incomplete. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on third down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
51. Ready? Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Watch 85. Ball go 85. Watch 85.
On third down, Wilson. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Cameron Wake has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A big kick that time, 52 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's going to loft one deep left side here, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So let's glance at a player's spotlight now with Russell Wilson. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Wilson now on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's now 4th down.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. They've got the lead. They haven't really had to utilize him all that much so far, but I guess if you're winning on the scoreboard, not too much to complain about.
Not at all, but you know those guys out wide. They want as many catches as they can possibly get. They may need him later on if things get a little tighter.
Yeah, so far 2 catches. We'll see what happens here as the game progresses. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Cowboys on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Trubisky will throw. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Smith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down at 17. Now Trubisky to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And he finds Beasley complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted but it winds up falling incomplete.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. And now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So a change of possession here on the punt. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Out of the gun, Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. On third down, Trubisky. He may try and run for this.
Trubisky on the keeper. It's a gain of 17 yards.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing here, Trubisky, sliding out of the pocket, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
All right, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now Trubisky on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terrell Suggs in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Now Bernard. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game, it's been Mitchell Trubisky who's looked sharp thus far. His guys have the lead as the white stuff continues to fall. And for the call of the second half, we give it back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So let's glance at a player's spotlight now with Russell Wilson. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. That hasn't been the case so far in this game, so maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 22-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson on the catch. It's Crowder. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Gets it to Gordon. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
First down.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And there goes Melvin Gordon. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. That's on the former first rounder from Ole Miss, Laramie Tunsil. Following the penalty, it's Hyde. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Mike 51. A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
A gain of a yard makes it 3rd.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Open is Swaim, the tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. It's complete to Diggs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the...
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. George Kittle, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now 13-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's third down. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this one caught by Beasley. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Here we go.
A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. On the move to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
They go play action here on first down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Equanimous St. Brown. That'll bring up second down. On second down now, Bernard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Cowboys.
All day, baby, all day.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now a carry for Bernard. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. From the shotgun is Trubisky. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
It's now 4th down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Love the effort there. I mean, to get a field goal block in this situation because they knew what was going on. They give up those 3 points there. It's now a 2-possession game.
Yeah, that really changes the complexion here in the second half, doesn't it?
It really does, and now you give your team more than a fighting chance and a little momentum. Terrific job by them setting the tone and picking up their defense.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 7 yards there and a first down. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down and 4. Wilson, and Diggs has it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
3rd down.
Watch this.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He finds Roberts, complete. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to...
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Cameron Wake in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll begin here with Bernard. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now it's Trubisky. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Bernard. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
At the 36-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
53 to Mike. 53 to Mike.
And a Cowboy first down.
53.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. So that'll back him up 5. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They go play action with Trubisky. And he's going to go down again. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now it's Trubisky. It's caught. Cooper. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. Same story continues. He's the only one that scored for them, their kicker, with all the points.
So now when we hear the chants of MVP, MVP, they're definitely aimed at him because he has been the only guy who's put points on the board in this game.
Kickers are always either the hero or the GOAT. So far, he's definitely the hero. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
First down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
To throw again on second down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Cowboys have recovered.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. That's so
Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
A second down run for Abdullah.
It's wrong. It's wrong. They're running.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We won.
On 3rd down, Bernard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what are you, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now Wilson on first down. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Fighting down past the 45. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now Wilson. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To throw again is Wilson. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
A quick throw here out to Brown. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
He wasn't ready.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Sheldon Richardson on the stop.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth. They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Here's Bernard. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
On third down, here's Samuels. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
Here I come again.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Cowboys, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.